Hey guys, what's up? Jeremy Shafer here. Check out my new favorite model that I designed recently. This I call a Knick Knack. It's an imperfect polyhedron because, well, that's together, but this isn't. So we're gonna close this up. And uh-oh, that opened up. So we'll close these and oh no, that opened up. And it just goes back and forth like that and it makes a cool sound. And it's a little doodad toy I call a Knick Knack. Wanna learn how to fold it? Ready, set, here goes. All right, so for this Knick Knack, I'm going to use a 10-inch square of kami. You could use a 6-inch square, or you could even use a sheet of printer paper cut square. But I like having two colors on it because I think it looks better. So let's begin white side up. First step is to divide the paper into thirds. So let's first form an S. So bring the left side behind and the right side in front. And now it's all about just fiddling with the folds until they line up. So they have to line up here and here. I notice that I'm a little bit short here, so I'm going to push this front edge to the left and then slide the back edge up. And that's a little better. Now I'm going to slide the back edge and just fiddle with the folds until you have it perfect here and here. And when it's perfect, make those two pinches and unfold. Now fold this corner to this pinch mark. Make sure that these edges align perfectly. And flatten all the way across. Now turn over top to bottom and fold the bottom edge to the top. Okay, so we divided it into thirds. And now unfold. And notice we have a mountain and a valley. Let's fold the mountain onto the valley. So pinch the mountain up and fold it onto here. Make sure it aligns perfectly. And when it does, flatten. And when you flatten, you see you make this fold right here. Okay, now let's turn over top to bottom and fold in half. So the right side is the thicker side. When you fold in half, make sure that you hold the layers together so that nothing slides. Just try to make it as perfect as you can. All right, now we're going to make a paper airplane fold. So let's fold this flap up so that this edge aligns with this edge. And flatten, and repeat on this side. It should be easier because it's thinner. And now unfold those two flaps. And now we're going to open this thick side right here. Just lift up the front layer, and we're just going to fold this interior flap like this on the existing crease. Okay, and close it. Now we're going to open here. This is kind of a tricky step. Not really though. We're just going to turn this page right here, turn it over. Like that. And flatten. So it should look like this. Okay, now rotate and fold this flap up. How far? We want the fold to align with this edge. And on the sides, you can align this point to this corner and this point to this corner. And now turn over right to left and fold this flap up. Make sure it aligns perfectly. Okay, now comes the fun step. Let's open here and now grab onto this central flap and you're going to pull the two edges apart. So it's just like this. Carefully slide them apart and flatten. And here, believe it or not, we have an iso area twist fold. Isn't that a cool way to make it? So now we're going to fold, let's see, first rotate, and here we have the central line. Let's fold this edge to that line. Make sure you hold the layers down so they don't slide. And rotate and repeat on this side. And unfold. Now this model is iso area, meaning it's the same thing on both sides. So let's turn over, and here we have the central line, so rotate, so it's horizontal, and now fold this edge to the center line. And rotate and do the same thing on this side. And unfold. Okay, so here we have a 1x2 rectangle. Let's fold the corner of this rectangle up. Like this. And do the same thing on the opposite corner. Here's the 1x2 rectangle and fold it up. And since it's iso area, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So turn over, and here is the 2x1 rectangle, fold the corner up. And same thing on the opposite side. All right, now we're going to fold not this corner, but we're going to jump 2 units, 1, 2, and fold this flap up so that it points in the same direction as this flap. And rotate and do the same thing. Here's this flap, 1, 2, and fold this flap up. And here we go, let's do it on the other side. Turn over. And here's the corner, 1, 2, fold this flap up, and rotate, and 1, 2, and fold this flap up. All right, now comes a kind of tricky step. Let's fold this flap under, behind like this. So it's like that. And now that exposes this flap and fold it up like this. So it's like that. And now we're going to do the same thing here. So holding here, just take this flap and fold it down. And now that exposes this flap and fold this flap down. And now turn over, and we're going to do the same thing. So let's start here. Fold this flap under, like that, and fold this flap up. And now do the same thing here. So you have to just fold it down like this, inside, and fold this flap down. So here we have a ninja star. Let's turn it over a couple times. Voila, and voila. I don't think this would fly very well because it has flaps all over the place. All right, now we are going to make a reverse fold on these 2 flaps. So let's open right here and just push this flap inside on the existing creases and flatten. Okay, and let's do the same thing on this one. So open here and push it down. and flatten. Okay, before we do the other side, we're going to do a series of folds on this side. So let's take this flap and fold it over, and that exposes this flap. This flap has to go underneath this flap. So lift this big flap up, and that goes there, and refold the big flap. And now take this corner and bring it down, and that exposes this flap. This flap has to go underneath this big flap. Like that, and close it again. And this side is done. So we have a flap on this side, and now, well, you can fold that off. Either direction is fine. Let's turn over, and we're going to do the same thing on this side, but it's a tiny bit trickier. So let's first do the reverse folds. So open here and reverse fold it, and close, and rotate, and reverse fold this side, and close. Okay, here we go. Let's fold this flap over, and now this flap needs to go into a pocket. Which pocket? Not that pocket. We want to do the top pocket. So open that one, just like that. And to fold it in, you can first fold this edge inside, and then just kind of nudge the whole flap inside, like that. And now bring this flap over to the other side, and now that exposes this flap, and it has to go into a pocket. Which pocket? This topmost pocket. Not there, but there. And fold it in, just curl it in, and close. And we are actually done. Well, not quite, but we're done with the spinneroo. So hold these flaps out like this and try to make them go perfectly at 90-degree angles, like that. And you can hold it like this, loosely. This works better with 6-inch paper, but it'll fit your hand better too. And then just blow on this part right here. That's pretty good. So there's the spinneroo. All right, now for the knick-knack. All you have to do, this is kind of tricky, is holding right here, you're going to pull this flap out while pushing on these 2 points. So pull it out and push, and that opens it up into this pyramid-like thing. And now rotate it and hold here and pull on this point as you push these together. Just kind of pull it out. Come on. It might be a little bit tricky, but eventually it'll click into place. And there it is. And that is the knick-knack. So it's also called the imperfect polyhedron. And what's cool about this model is that it can also be a perfect polyhedron. If you push these two and these two at the same time and let go, you see it's the perfect polyhedron. But then once you push these together like that, and those two open up, and now push on these two, and that opens up. So it's like this. And I like how it makes that really nice sound. Sometimes the sound is a little bit sharper, like that. Sounds like a frog or something, and it looks like a fish. I like that. Baroque. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed folding this. I just love this. I could do this for hours. I probably have. And I like how it looks like it's made from modular origami, and it's a toy. It's just fun. And then when you want to put it away, you can just collapse it back like this and stick it in your pocket. And then when you want to play with it again, push here and here. And there you have it. All right, hope you guys like that, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.